Howdy, folks. I'm a salamander or a frog. You decide.
I'm Amber.
And here's some Reddit. Alright, our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for leaving my husband at the clinic and driving off? And the content warning on this one is pregnancy and potentially controlling spouses. Hello, I'm a 26-year-old female, and I have been together with my husband, Austin, a 35-year-old male, for 3 years. He was married before me, but divorced his ex because she couldn't have kids. This is a common thread in Reddit. Ever since I became pregnant, he did a complete 180. He became obsessed by constantly watching my every move, breathing down my neck. He even hung a photo of the sonogram. He came up with a list of what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do, like driving, not eating certain foods, not working, but I stood my ground and continued working. Also, not wear high heels or watch certain shows or see... What are shows supposed to do? Or see family unless precautions were taken. It's been exhausting for me, but he has made it 10 times worse. That's what it sounds like, OP. Well, yesterday he woke me up at 7 a.m. and said because we had to go to the doctor. I asked why, since I wasn't feeling sick, and he said he just had a hunch and I had to skip work to go with him to the appointment just to make sure because he felt something was wrong. I said no, but he went and called my boss and took care of the day off for me. I was just speechless, but decided to just go with it. When we got to there, he kept scolding me for things I did the night before that might have caused a problem. But literally, there was no problem. The doctor told us, but he asked her to check again, and she did. He then asked her to check again. I couldn't take it when he asked her again. I just got up, took my bag, and walked out and left him arguing with the doctor. I got into the car and went home immediately. He kept calling and then came home, started yelling at me for leaving him in the middle of my examination, and then leaving him at the clinic. I blew up and told him that I couldn't stand his obsession anymore and that his paranoia made me feel paranoid, and it's beginning to affect my social life, mental and physical health, and my livelihood. He looked at me and said that I hurt him with what I said, and that he was just trying to make sure that the baby was fine, and I was being aggressive and irresponsible towards him and the baby this entire time. He said that I was acting like a neglectful mother when the baby isn't even here yet, and then left and turned his phone off. This morning, he's acting distant and expecting some sort of apology for what I did. All right, folks, jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk and run.
OP, I think that there are a lot of red flags in here, and the fact that you said he did a 180 is a huge red flag to begin with. You should not have to worry about someone controlling your life. He made a huge breach by forcing you to take a day off to begin with, and then on top of that, he's arguing with the doctor because his hunch, of course, is better than any medical knowledge that a doctor might have, which I think is complete nonsense and it's bogus. He needs to get his act together and stop acting this way. And also, OP, this is not normal behavior, right? This is very, very controlling. This is scary behavior. So one concern I have here is that, say for instance, you end up with a miscarriage. He's going to blame you for that, and he's going to take it out on you. That's what it seems like, and that could be a really dangerous situation for you, especially the way he's been acting. I don't think you're the one who's acting aggressive or irresponsible. I think he is. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk. Wow, sweetie, this man is unhinged. There's something seriously wrong with him. You need to go somewhere safe immediately. He needs a mental help, and you need a restraining order and a safe place to hide. If he is this bad before the baby gets here, he's going to be completely out of control once the child is here. Leave now and don't look back. You are not safe. And OP says, you know what? I actually did argue about whether or not this is how he's going to behave with the baby, and his response is to tell me to leave and let him raise our son on his own if I don't like it. What is this? Like, genuinely, I keep questioning myself, like maybe I'm being too judgmental, but his response caught me off guard and made me feel awful. I don't think you're the awful one here, OP. Not the jerk. Look, you are not in a safe or healthy situation. Are there any relatives or friends you can stay with? You need to get away from this guy. Things are going to escalate very badly. This isn't a case of some poor guy being over anxious. This is a case of a man with many red flags Who does not value people other than what he wants to get out of them? That includes you and his ex. His ex had no value because he couldn't get what he wanted from her. You have no value other than providing the thing that he wants from you, so he's treating you like an appliance, not a person with needs and careers. That is going to get far worse from here. You need to get out. Our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for my comments to my girlfriend's sister regarding her accomplishments? So I'm a 26-year-old male. I'm usually very quiet and respectful person, but I don't mess with my girlfriend's, a 26-year-old female, sister, Alexa, a 27-year-old female, at all. I think that she is a bad person, entitled, and just not my cup of tea. Alexa was dating my friend Drew when me and Kelly met. Drew was one who actually helped me to get with Kelly in the first place, so I owe the guy a lot. Drew and Alexa were living together, and he was supporting her career. She was in law school, and he worked full-time. I didn't find this out till after, but he took out loans for her to go all along and his salary to pay for their housing and pay for classes. He was really proud of her budding career. Well, about a year ago, Alexa graduated from law school, and within a week, she broke up with Drew. Drew was heartbroken, and I was the one who found out about most of the dirt about the finances. Alexa used him for 3 years for free school and then dumps him a week after she graduates. This caused shockwaves in the family. Her parents were furious. Kelly wasn't a fan of her sister for months, but eventually everyone forgave her and acted like Drew never existed. It makes me mad, and I haven't said a word to her sister since. I don't want to address her whenever I'm forced to be around her. Alexa passed the bar and landed a job, so her parents threw her a celebration. I was asked to attend by Kelly. I refused. Kept refusing, but eventually she broke down and said she needed me there. So we went, and I talked to the members of her family I like, mostly my girlfriend's dad. So Alexa got up and gave a speech to thank people. She was in the middle of thanking different people for her help that they gave her, and I said, don't forget to include Drew, loud enough for the room to hear it. It got really quiet. Then her dad cracked up, and her mom tried to advance the speech. My girlfriend drugged me outside, yelling at me. Followed by her mom, the conversation wasn't going well, so I called an Uber and left. My girlfriend is demanding that I apologize. I told her I would apologize when Alexa starts paying Drew back for the debt that he is now in, and that until then, I wouldn't say a kind word to her sister. And I plan on telling every single guy Alexa dates the story about what she did to Drew, because as a guy, I'd like to know that info. Am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk? Why'd she make him go?
Yeah, I don't know why Kelly is so insistent upon getting OP to go to a thing that he said that he was not comfortable with going to. And she surely knows the animosity that OP has towards her sister. This seemed like a really bad idea to invite him along, especially given that she injured his best friend. So I really would have a hard time faulting OP for calling out like that, because he's just kind of calling it like he sees it. And also, like, you can't expect to invite someone who has a problem with a person to their celebration and them not make a fuss. So I don't know. Just is a really bad situation all around, but I'm curious about what you folks have to say, whether or not he went too far or if he should be a little more forgiving towards her. I don't know. Anyhow, take care and good luck. I feel the not the jerk, but you, sir, are the brother and friend everyone needs in life. Tell Drew to take his ex to court. Might be able to get some money back. Isn't this an Am I the Jerk from a while ago? It's the exact same story except from the female friend's perspective, and they said that they were going to try and help the dude with the debt. I don't remember if it was a sister that did the Am I the Jerk, but I don't think so now. It's the exact same thing, word for word, not the jerk though. I mean, I do remember reading one similar to this, but it was quite a bit different too.
Yeah.
So sometimes stories, like, there are just similar life themes. Some people just do bad things, and I think that that's sometimes not necessarily like a indicator that something isn't real. I mean, this could very well be something that happens often. People take people for a ride all the time. So that's just, there are bad people in this world sometimes. All right, folks, it is tea time. Hopefully you have grabbed your tea of choice or beverage. Diet Coke, coffee, Golden Eagles, and then Dunkin' Donuts chocolate coffee thing. Let me know what you're drinking today.
Mint tea.
Amber is drinking mint tea, and I'll let you guess what I'm drinking. So today, I don't have a joke from the book. Morgan has blessed us today with a wonderful joke, and I'll read it to you. Why are leopards so bad at hiding things? Because they're always spotted. Oh my goodness, I love that joke. I laughed so much when I heard that one. Thank you so much for submitting that joke, Morgan. I always enjoy hearing your silly, silly jokes, folks. So, hopefully you enjoyed that one. To let you know what kind of tea that I'm drinking mint tea today. Our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Not Giving Up My Treadmill for 3 friends who wanted to use them right next to each other? To put things in perspective, my university's gym has 8 treadmills. There are 2 together on one end of the gym, and the rest are all in their own line. However, the one on the line of 6, second, and the 5 treadmills are out of order. The treadmill that I was on at the gym, where a woman approached me and said, Hey, I need that treadmill. I was on the 3rd treadmill in the row. When the woman said this, I noticed the 2 other women getting on the 4th and 5th treadmills, and every other treadmill was free, so it wasn't like I was hogging a machine or anything. So I said, why? There were open treadmills, and she said, yeah, but you're on the one next to my friends. I replied, and she said, I came here to work out with my friends. I'm not going to be on a treadmill that isn't next to my friends, so I'm asking you please move to a different treadmill so I can be with my friends. I replied, I'm declining to move. The woman said, but like you said, there are other machines open, so like you can move to another one. I don't see why you're making this an issue. So I said, you're the one making this an issue. I'm in the middle of a workout and I have no obligation to move. I was here first and I said no, so I'm not moving. The woman said to her friends, this isn't worth it, I'm leaving. The other women stopped on their workout and got off the treadmills and started to follow the friend. One of them looked back at me and the other said, wow, what a jerk. I don't think that I was being rude or unreasonable, was I? All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the joke?
Not the jerk.
A joke? Apparently, I think it's a joke. OP, I don't think that you're the jerk in this situation. The treadmills are first come, first serve. They didn't have any right to access that treadmill. And I mean, I know that this is frustrating for them and maybe even upsetting for them, but they need to learn that these are a resource that everyone needs to share. You don't need to necessarily work out right next to your friends every single workout. There were other free machines. You didn't have any requirement to give up a treadmill to somebody. So no, I don't think that you're the jerk in this situation. I think that their demands were pretty much unreasonable. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk at all. She didn't ask nicely, she demanded. And the entitlement is huge. If she tries this again, report her to the folks at the gym. Yeah, seriously, if she had come up and said, hey, sorry to bother you, but I was wondering if we could swap places because I'd really like to work out with my friends, then maybe OP would have been more inclined to agree. OP still wouldn't have been the jerk to decline, but a little bit of politeness goes a long way, not the jerk. Yeah, exactly. Agreed, not the jerk. Also, cardio workouts are all about getting into a zone, and stopping and moving to a different machine gets you out of that zone. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like, and if you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.